Thank you for downloading this edition of the Saturday Drop-In podcast from Highland Hospital Radio. On today's show, we've got your usual features such as Beat Detective, where you have some cryptic clues to solve, a song that is on today's show. We'll be playing Guess the Year with some marvellous clues to guide you towards our mystery here. We've also got a wee reference to the Highland Hospital Radio Music Quiz, where I'm going to test Shannon on some of the music clips that I used during my round at this year's annual quiz.
It's going to be good.
It's going to be good.
It's going to be good.
But most important of all, we've got a very special guest joining us, and we're going to go straight to our interview with Lothian Lark from the Highlands Volunteer Academy. Enjoy the show. And now, here on Highland Hospital Radio, on your Saturday drop-in, we always like to welcome people in. The doors are open, aren't they, Shannon?
They're always open.
They're always open.
Well, only when we're here,
yeah,
but
yeah,
they're open.
Yeah, we do have to close them when there's nobody here.
Security purposes and
absolutely.
That stuff, yeah.
But what we do is we like to bring in people from our local NHS Highland community who are involved in health and wellbeing and just, making everybody's life around here that little bit better. Mm-hmm. And today we're joined by someone from the Highland Third Sector Interface Volunteer Academy. Now, the Volunteering Academy is dedicated to sparking and nurturing a movement of engagement through volunteering tailored to the challenges and opportunities of the 21st century with our evolving and diverse community. Joining us today from the Volunteer Academy is Lothian Lark. Lothian, a very warm welcome to the studio. How are you?
I'm doing good, thank you. Great listening to your show, it's fantastic.
I'm intrigued as to what you think we're like, because you've walked in here and you've seen absolute carnage play out.
Yeah, we sat and watched Crufts for like 15 minutes.
Which was really helpful.
I should let people know that the main highlight is that Lothian, when she came in, has come round to the guest side of the desk where Shannon on her laptop has got Crufts on just now.
I just got to make sure what's happening in agility,
It's important that everybody knows we're really hyper-focused.
We are still
hyper-focused,
yeah.
So, Lothian, you're here to talk about the Volunteer Academy. Just give us an overview. What is the Volunteer Academy?
The Volunteer Academy really just came about as we've been looking at what had been happening in volunteering, really across the board, not just in Highland, but across the UK. There'd been a decline in volunteering, and we'd been using quite an old model from, like, say, 1960s, 1970s, and so we were like, what can we do to change things? And so really we started discussing that, and we thought, pre-pandemic there'd been a decline, but also there was a change with the pandemic. Mm-hmm. And that really brought about people looking at, there was a lot of informal volunteering as opposed to formal volunteering. And so people still wanted to give their time. And we were looking at things, but how do we change it? Because when it went back after the pandemic, there certainly was a bigger decline. And so we started sort of looking outwards, what's going on. And you had things like the cost of living crisis, you had care, there was people having to stay at home and look after, like, the young ones and things like that. So we thought, right, how do we work this? We can't use the same model. It wasn't always the same level of commitment that people had before, but they wanted to give their time. So I quite like researching things. So I was looking at what was happening in the States, which was probably a bit grander than what would be happening in the Highlands. Had to look at places like Australia, and I was looking at a model in the Netherlands, which I thought was fantastic, in The Hague. And it was all about flexible volunteering, and it was all about people wanted to give back, but they could only give so much time. And people are changing. Obviously, we're now in this century, and we realised as well they want to see the social impact that they're making. So when people are maybe helping, they want to see it like food banks, right? This is the actual difference that we do. And so I tried to take that model and say, like, how do we bring it to the Highlands? We're very different from, say, Glasgow, Edinburgh. We have rural communities, and then we have places like Inverness, Dingwall, like Caithness, Wick. So a hybrid model came about, and this is how the Volunteer Academy came about, because we thought, right, we can reach people with certain things like drop-ins, but there was a lot of young people as well that were quite isolated, but they were very tech-savvy, which is a huge thing for me as well, because I'm not that tech savvy. I'm a little bit older. So I was like, right, let's do this hybrid model where we can also get kind of young people involved in it as well. So we put something together. We put a website together, and we were like, right, what do people want to see? What do they need? So we'll put volunteer opportunities up there. And we wanted to also bring in, for some of the younger people, that volunteering is way more interesting than we would imagine. And so somebody can come up and maybe do web design, or somebody can come in and they can do graphic design, and there's things like that wasn't really there before. So that was kind of how it came about, and we grew it from there. and we wanted to be innovative, and the academy was about learning. We thought, what's not lacking, I hate to say that, it's not what was lacking in the area, but we thought, if you want to change something, you have to go and get learning. You can't keep repeating the same thing over and over again. So we went out and we looked and we're like, oh my goodness, fellowships and lecture series and things like that. So that's how it became an academy, because we wanted to do some learning. So, and I had a really good boss who puts up with all my crazy ideas. I've got this idea. What do you think?
Well, thanks to your boss, it's actually a thing now, which is really cool.
You know? And the poor women and the poor communications and the digital people, because I was like, we have to do it this size. So that's how the Volunteer Academy came about. I had like really good people working with me who liked the idea as well, and just helped me grow it. Because the digital side I'm not actually that good at, but I had like really cool people working with me. I had somebody who was quite young who was really into it and designing it all. So yeah.
I love that.
It's interesting because you're right about volunteering. Do you think it's a generational thing that has volunteering kind of fallen out of fashion, or is it that people maybe don't have the same amount of time? You know, a lot of people are working a lot more hours, as maybe, like you said, that the model goes back to the 1960s, where it would have been quite, an outdated as we look at it now, but the traditional, a man would be out working, a woman would be in the house. Absolutely. Therefore, does the woman have this time to give up to do that? Whereas most families both parents are working, or both members of the family are working. So do you think there's an element of people don't have as much time as they used to? But also, is volunteering, is it out of fashion? Do we not know about it?
That's what worries me, actually, is I thought it kind of was out of fashion, because we were looking at an old model, and exactly as you've just turned around and said, it was maybe that your grandparents did it. But when I was looking at other countries, as I was saying, when we were looking at the Netherlands, what people are doing now, and we had a lecture series on this, was that people are becoming much more individualised. And so they're looking at, what does volunteering bring to me? And I sometimes think you wish you could change the name of it, because it's the social impact that people want to see. They want to see that they're making a difference, because people are they've got time poverty. We don't have the time that we had. You've got cost of living crisis, but things are rising, and the demand is rising. But actually, young people do want to help, and this was a problem, but I just think it was a way that we were putting over, and I thought if we could do something and bring learning and let people see the skills that they could get from it, because I don't think before that people looked at the skill set that you could learn, say for employability or if you're university and things like that, and I think they did look at, you just went and you did something in a charity shop, and that's not to knock charity shops in any way, they're absolutely fantastic, but I don't think people looked at the value. And I think now, when you get young people on board, and I'm going to tell you a really quick story.
Go for it, yeah.
Tell me to stop. I'm going on.
I've got my coffee. It's all good.
So there's people that come to us and they say, right, we want to go maybe work with animals. And you say, right, okay, now before maybe people wouldn't have seen that, where they can go into things like the SSPC and they're not just going along and feeding them, but they're actually going and they're getting qualifications to then go on and do that. And I think this is the thing, you can go to things like the RDA and you can learn therapy, and then you can take that further on. And this is where I think the difference in volunteering, and this is what, talking about the learning and the skill sets, there is so much more to it now, where you can say, I was going to say, it seems very diverse. And this is where you do want to bring people back into it. I mean, if you had a motorbike, for example, you can go and do blood bikes. But at the very same time, you can go and be a trustee. And it's one of the things, actually, where I remember going and doing it. Not that old, but in my 40s, I was relatively young to be a trustee. And I learned so much about how you run an organisation.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I lasted 2 years as a trustee.
I'm feeling triggered here.
I said that, I took that back.
Not at all.
No, it's so important what you say, that there's two things that we're sort of looking for from volunteering, is that you want to see that what I'm doing is actually having an impact.
Yeah.
For us here, it's nice that we get that feedback. So just getting an email from someone saying that they're listening, that they're feeling better about it, or they've heard something we've been talking about, and
or
it's led them to
being allowed
it.
to go to a children's unit and just ask for loads of song requests.
Absolutely, and to get that sort of buzz from it, and we can ask somebody how they feel about it, who's not a million miles away from us just now. But there's also we almost, it's like there's a stigma with volunteering, like, I can't enjoy this, I can't get anything from it, I'm supposed to just go, give my time, other people benefit from it, but from volunteering you can learn so many skills, whether that's formal qualifications, as you were mentioning there, through like animal welfare, for example, but even just how you can build your confidence in public speaking, for example, and I'm sort of relating to what we do here on the radio, but organisational skills as well, the structure that you have to follow to build a radio show up. and I say this all the time, it's okay to enjoy volunteering. It's okay to get a buzz from it and to really enjoy it. It's okay if it's your hobby that's volunteering, that's helping people. And maybe these are barriers that we need to break down and get over. Do you come across that at all?
I do, and here's a funny thing that you should mention that, and especially for the younger people. You know, you can go and you can volunteer in groups. It's really all right to go do that. You can go and volunteer at marathons, and actually it's really good. I personally volunteered at Bella Drum just because I really like music, and we had such a great time. And I've made friends with people who came up from England to go and volunteer at Bella Drum. And so there's that kind of, it's like if you change that perception, you can go to a festival and you don't have to buy a ticket. I don't know if I should say that.
there is quirks to it, isn't there?
There is, yeah. There was some expectations to follow. Yes.
But I think this is the thing, is to make it so much more accessible to people and to realise as well, and you really can see the difference. I mean, we've had employers as well that have had employer-supported volunteering, where they've helped an organisation that wouldn't have been able to open if it wasn't for the fact that they came along, painted the whole place, and they enjoyed it. They came in and they seen one thing. Actually, it was an organisation where it was a hub. And they came and said, we just need somebody to paint. They ended up helping them get a toilet put in that would have cost them 20,000. They ended up doing all their floors. And what I tend to find is sometimes you think, I'm just going to go and volunteer a few hours here and there, but then you actually see the need and you understand what the concept is and that it's helping people. And that's when people go, I love volunteering. And it was actually, they get little clips in the paper and they get recognition for it. But I think it's that first step is the part that maybe is people find it a little bit harder and a bit like, where do we do? What is it that we care about? And this is one of the things I would say as somebody like for the Volunteer Academy leaders. What is it that you want to gain? What is it that you feel passionate about? Because the thing about volunteering is it's the only place where you can really do what you're passionate about. Unless you're working in a radio station. But anyway.
One day.
But that's one of it, is that you must have people from maybe people who've recently retired who are looking for something to fill their time, young people who are looking for experience, because again, one of the great benefits of volunteering is you put that on a CV or an application to university and you're demonstrating to a potential employer, look, I've given up my free time to try and benefit the community but also build my own skills. So do you find people are coming to the academy saying, look, I've got time or I've got a desire to help and a desire to benefit myself as well, and I want to do it as a volunteer, but I'm just not sure who's looking for volunteers, and is that where the Volunteer Academy can step in?
Absolutely. Come to us.
Teed that up nicely for you.
Thank you very much. Yes. I mean, what we do is we have on our website, absolutely check out our website because it has all the volunteer opportunities that are there for this area. But I was going to say, but the thing is as well, you can also look about your own area depending on where you are. So if you can go about, you can have a look maybe the community hubs. They're always looking for volunteers. But the other thing as well, when you're coming in and you can see the volunteer opportunities that are there, if you're not sure, you can contact us because we're like a really nice team. So contact us, email us. We have drop-in sessions as well, actually, in places like Caithness. So we're not just digital. I do actually have staff that you can, well, not staff, but engagement officers that you can actually have a chat to. And if you're unclear, we would maybe look at tailoring something for you. So say that you maybe been bringing up your child and you do and everybody has skills that's maybe looked after their kids, but they've just been out of work for a while and they're just feeling really nervous about going back. And so what we would do is we would probably sit down and do a little assessment with them. What kind of things do they want to learn? What would they feel comfortable doing? And then sometimes if you're a little bit like nervous about phoning somebody, we'll make a little phone call and actually accompany them to it as well. So there's a lot of help
it's like a little agency of volunteers.
Yeah,
kind of thing,
because remember, there's a lot of people. Imagine if you've had a health problem. There's a few people have had health problems, and they're just nervous about getting out there, and they have amazing skills, but they're just like, I don't know if I can do this. If somebody just
even if you're learning a different trade as well. I know someone that's unfortunately dealing with long COVID and has had to give up their sort of trade person job. So they're volunteering in a shop and they're like, quite like this actually, this is quite nice. It gets him out 9 to 5, does the things, but he's learning a new skill of structuring a store, making sure it runs properly, things like that, instead of having to plaster a wall sort of situation. So
plus in your example there, if an employer's looking at your job application and there's a gap of an employment, but if you can fill that with that sort of volunteering or to sort of ease you back into it, it also explains to an employer, well, this is what was happening, and look what I've done to try and better myself, to enhance myself, to make me more employable to you. Volunteering's got so much to offer. I know, but the thing is, we're sold already, aren't we, Shannon?
We're always sold,
we're sold on it already, but we love giving you the chance to speak about it. We'll take a wee break just now, and when we come back, we'll talk a bit more specifically about the Volunteering Academy and how to get in touch with it. And when we do, we'll have a wee blether. But first, you've picked a great song for us here, Luthien. I always said, give me a few songs to go with, and you've given me an absolute cracker from 1993. Luthien, do you want to introduce the next song for us, please? Can you see what it is?
It is Mr. Jones by Counting Crows.
Lovely, thank you. Oh, Counting Crows, Mr. Jones. See, when you sent me that email, Luthien, to say this is one of the songs I want, I was like, well, we're definitely having that one then. When are we off to the karaoke, Shannon?
When are we off to the karaoke?
Right. I'm in a singing mood. I think I'm still on a high from last night. A sensible high. It was the quiz night, just to clarify.
Exactly, yeah.
Just to make that very clear.
High on music knowledge.
I'm high on music knowledge. High on fundraising. High on volunteering. There's a thing for the website. I'm high on volunteering. 2 thumbs up, Tom Nelson. Luthien Lark joins us from the Volunteering Academy. She's not taken that one on board. She's got a pen and paper in front of us, and I'm noting that last suggestion I just gave has not been written down.
Yeah.
But that's cool. Luthien Lark is here from the Volunteering Academy, who's having a wee blether to us about the what her organisation offers as a sort of an intermediate between the organisations that are looking for help and are looking for volunteers and what roles they need filled, and then we've got the people who are looking for volunteering opportunities. And that part about the organisation, it could be a charity, it could just be a sort of a not-for-profit organisation that has volunteers with them. You obviously must need them to get in touch with you and say, here's what I need, Luthien. And I'm going to get into trouble here, Shannon, because I've not been in touch with Luthien to say, we keep talking about how we need volunteers, but it's better.
See, you're telling me to put out posts on socials.
But we need to be better than just saying we need volunteers. We need to be more specific and say, and it's not about what we need, it's what we can offer, isn't it?
Absolutely.
We've got certain roles. Everybody thinks about hospital radio, it's talking into a microphone. But there's so much else that goes on. As Shannon knows, she does our socials. I do all the software stuff. We've got Ali who does all the hardware and technical stuff. We've got the treasurer side of things. We've got the sort of making sure we're complying with all the legal stuff for being a charity. PVGs as well, yeah. But as well as that, we've got things like, for example, ward visiting, and that's such an enriching role for someone who wants to work in healthcare maybe, or is looking for some social care skills to build that up, is going around and visiting the ward. So basically, what I should be doing is saying to you, Luthien, here's what I need.
That is absolutely, I mean, this is one of the issues, and not issues as such. So we have a volunteer opportunities page, and what happens is the organisations can come to us, they just fill in a form. It's very simple and it's uploaded. We have a very quick look at it because I have a great digital officer, and it gets turned around pretty quickly. The thing is, and this is something that you were talking about as well, luckily we spend a lot of time getting to know the different organisations and the actual volunteer opportunities that they have, because they do not come to us and they don't always necessarily put them up on our website. It would be fantastic if you did. So anybody listening to this, please contact us. Go on the website and upload your volunteer opportunities. However, what I would say is one of the things that we do, and we'd actually spoken about it maybe earlier with yourself, Tom, is that we actually go about, we talk to the organisations, we know roughly what they're looking for. And so when somebody comes to us, and that's what I was saying, I sometimes get referrals, and when I get somebody referred to me who's not sure what they want to do with volunteering, I will sit down and I will do an assessment, and even if the volunteer opportunity is not on our website like it should be.
I'm really feeling it. I
hope you're feeling this, yeah. So what I would then do is I know a lot of the organisations and I contact them, and not every organisation wants to put something up because they maybe just don't want too many people applying because it's run by volunteer coordinators. But what I'll do is I will actually tailor the people. So they'll come and I'll say, look, this person has this knowledge. So it is marrying things up and kind of knowing. But you mentioned something, we were having a little chat earlier on, not on air, and it was about somebody maybe just coming in and doing a bit of cleaning.
Yeah.
Now, some people think, I might not want to put that up, and yet there's somebody out there who would desperately like to just come and do a bit of cleaning just to get out the house and just to have that little bit of time and maybe saying hello to people, but they're a bit nervous about seeing someone, and that's their way in. So they do a little bit of cleaning, then they start talking to people, and then they might volunteer as doing something else. So no matter how small you think that little opportunity is, or like somebody coming in just writing something up, that is massive to somebody who's maybe been sat in the house and just been a bit nervous about getting up. And that's what I'd say with a lot of the volunteer opportunities. Luckily, and I would say the girls that work with me as well, Emilee and Iona, we get to know all the little bits and pieces that would be helpful. And so when somebody comes along to us and says, could I just go in somewhere and maybe just sit and talk to people on a desk? You're like, I really know an organisation that can do that. We'll phone them up and say, look, I don't suppose you just want somebody to sit in your desk and talk to people and maybe sign them in. And like, oh yeah, that would be great. Maybe in the community hubs, for example, or maybe when they're running sessions, they don't want to run a session, but they do want to be there. They might be wanting to go and just make cups of tea. And you think that's really important for them.
And it's like you say, it's getting them out of the house.
Absolutely.
And it's just getting them involved with other people, having a chat and having a blather. How they must feel going away from that, it's phenomenal, isn't it? And it's the volunteering has that ability, and also there's a degree of less pressure as well.
Absolutely.
You know, if it's listen, I can't really do this week, I've got other commitments. Well, that's okay. You give what you can.
I've taken 3 weeks off after this.
Yeah, you're disappearing for 3 weeks.
Yeah. Typical, isn't it?
So how do people get involved in volunteering across the Highlands, Lothian? How can they go about it?
There are a number of different ways, and like I said, if you first of all, for the people who are absolutely comfortable and tech savvy, then please go onto your website, have a little look at what's there. There is volunteer opportunities available, and all you do is you could go on and you could sign up yourself. It goes straight through to the charity that you're interested in. The other way is that we actually have drop-in sessions, as I mentioned before, with the girls at the engagement officers. So you can look on, you do have to go on our website. You can look on our socials. We sometimes advertise volunteer opportunities there. You can actually contact myself as well. I would probably be the person that would be more supported volunteering. So if you're unsure, you would maybe come to me and I would have a little look and discuss with you, what is it you want to do? What are you comfortable doing? What's the logistics? Because that's another thing as well. We have to kind of look at that in the more remote areas. I know, to be quite honest, in places like Inverness it is a little bit easier. Things are within walking distance. When we start to look at some of the remote areas, we might even be able to say, actually there's community transport there, so you can volunteer and you can pop in that, because we'll have a certain we have quite a knowledge of different areas. That's what the engagement officers do. So if you're unsure, you can meet up with them and say, did you know there's a bus going at this time, and this is how you'll get there. So if you're interested in something, find out what it is, have a look. If it's not there and you still think, it's not quite what I'm looking for, contact us by email. Or I was going to say email, probably phones. I'm not so good with phones. Put you on to somebody else with that. You'll get through your office. So contact us and we will happily organise a one-to-one meeting even. So it just depends. There are many ways to get involved, and you can even just walk along to your community clubs or walk along the street, and if you see something that interests you as a Thursday, just go in. They're
we don't bite, which is why we have the doors open.
Yeah,
if
exactly.
people come in and say,
yourself,
what are you? We're like,
So those contact details, the website is highlandtsi.org.uk/volunteer-academy. However, if you just Google Highland Volunteer Academy, as I did earlier on today, it works fine. It comes up as your first result. You can drop them an email, volunteering@highlandtsi.org.uk. That'll put you through to Lothian, or maybe the lovely Emilee or Iona, and I am not going to say other Emilee, but there's other Emilee. It sounds terrible, doesn't it? I'm so sorry to Emilee. But they've also got a wee office telephone number here. It's 01349. That's Dingwall.
That is a Dingwall number.
864289. And you can get through to them there. I'm on the website just now and I'm scrolling. I can see all the events that you've got coming up, and there's a few coming up. I can also see your news and updates, and there's this sort of resource bank here. You're looking to volunteer, learn more. Already volunteering, learn more. There's stuff about youth volunteering. There's stuff for employers. There's a skills bank. There's training stuff. There's so much to view there on the Volunteer Academy website. We will pop that onto our own website probably later on today. I'm not going to lie. We might need to lie down after this interview. Lothian's wonderful.
Too busy writing applications to get on the website now, aren't we?
I'm too busy getting told off for not filling
I know, I'm really sorry.
Look, it was lovely to meet you because we were at Belladrum and we came round and had a blather with you. And I've had chats with you back and forward when we've arranged this, and it's so good to have you pop in. You're a lovely character, and you're always welcome to come back and speak to us again.
Mm-hmm. I will come back as well.
Perfect.
You know what? I don't doubt it at all. I'm sure you will. In the meantime, thank you so much for coming in. We'll catch up with you later on. You've picked another wee song for us. We've got some Paolo Nutini coming up. Is that all right with you? We'll
Absolutely.
chuck this on, and we'll be back after this on your Saturday Drop It. Welcome along. This is the Saturday Drop-In here on Highland Hospital Radio. My name's Tom. Her name's Shannon. Hi, Shannon.
Hello.
We're here for the next 2 hours, as we are most Saturdays, to try and entertain you and make your time in hospital just that little bit better. And to do that, we have got some fun and games. So we've got Beat Detective coming up later on in the second hour. Our first wee quiz is going to be Guess the Year. We will be stopping off at the NHS Highland Coffee Corner. We've got some really interesting stuff to talk about.
It's
there.
really interesting. I've just had a read of it and I'm like, ooh.
Have you just read the stuff that we've got? Yeah.
Yeah.
But
we tested everyone's music knowledge last night, didn't we?
Oh, did we?
Really did.
So last night was we think 33rd annual music quiz.
Yeah. What year is in question whether it was a quiz or not quiz?
Well, it's one of these ones, they know what year they started, but I think obviously there was that event that happened a few years ago that meant that we couldn't have a quiz.
Yes.
And
but Terry was on Facebook doing his lives, wasn't he?
do you know what that...
I think that counts as a quiz.
Yeah, so Terry... who I was going to say, should we introduce who Terry is to everybody? But of course,
everyone knows
who Terry is. Terry Henderson, he hosted the hospital radio quiz on Facebook during that time, the dark ages that we don't like to talk about. So last night we were at the Rigmore Rec Hall, and we had our quiz night. 5 quiz hosts.
Amazing.
So we've got Ian McIntosh, we've got Jamie McDonald, we've got Karen Ross.
Yes.
We've got Terry Henderson and some other guy who rounded off the evening.
Yeah.
And it was one of those... it was me.
Oh, yeah.
And then we had this thing of... when Jamie went on, he always gets so many groans and death stares for his round.
Well, he usually does the new music round, doesn't he?
Exactly, and that's why they don't like it. These
that's
have been people
the only
who've been
one I
coming
can
to a
get
quiz
like
for
100%.
32 years. So Jamie came on and did his, and that was tough. We then had Karen came in. Karen, who used to be a head teacher, and her specialist subject was maths. So she had a maths round.
Is it a bit like, remember when Sarah Cox used to do the maths rounds
with
like
know.
The year of the CD minus like the
it was
number
something like that,
top
yeah.
chart
So it's like, you know, the number of degrees who sang this, you know, like the 3 degrees, take away the how many trombones are in the song, you know,
I
76
love
trombones.
That. I love that.
I couldn't cope with that. Jess is here now. We should just say, if you've been listening and you're still listening down in the Highland Children's Unit, Jess has just done her second show. That's only her second ever show, and it ran amazingly.
It was brilliant.
Here on Highland Hospital Radio, playing hits different songs for the Highland Children's Unit. She's just come back in. So she was volunteering last night as well at the quiz night. Jess was in charge of selling raffle tickets and harassing people for money and making sure she got the money. She's got the app, you know, the card app.
Yeah.
She's got it installed on her phone now, so she was hunting down
So she's
people.
in charge of our money now.
Yeah, so she's like Deputy to Duncan, the treasurer.
Deputy to Duncan.
Deputy
That's the
Duncan.
Best, yeah.
Yeah, so we had the Karen had our sort of maths round. Some really good stuff. My round got so many groans,
You
and
loved
that's
that, though.
it
You
was
loved it.
Give it more. It was delicious. I might actually play a couple of the song clips that I had for you to try.
That sounds good. I think we should do that later on.
We'll put that into the second hour, okay? Well, what we'll do is we'll have some of the greatest hits from last night's quiz for those that missed it. But it was the first time ever that we've actually broadcast the quiz.
Yes.
Can you believe this? We're a radio station and it's taken
We've never
33
broadcasted
years
the
to
list.
broadcast the quiz. And, you know, apart from the first silent 10 minutes where I was frantically trying to get the wires that were crossed uncrossed.
Oh,
But
no.
it was great because I did such a really good intro to the show and welcomed everybody.
That's always the worst.
Terry
as well.
got a massive
It doesn't-
cheer when he came onto the stage.
Of course he did.
Terry's introducing all the teams, and then the watch pinged, and it's because we get an alert if we get silence on the station. I get an email.
I got the email.
Did
too.
you get? And you got the email as well. And there was actually somebody in the hall who even was sort of flagging me down. Danny's wife.
No, this is even better. Oh, poor Danny.
She was waving at me, and she came across, because what we did is we said to everybody, if you have the Highland Hospital Radio app downloaded onto your phone, you get a free raffle ticket. Because we're really desperate for people to download the app.
To download the app. It's you need it.
So Jess was going round examining people's phones. I said, make sure it's not a screenshot. We want the actual app downloaded and working. So everybody's, and then people were able to say, Tom, it's broken. And I knew I had the email, and I was. Yeah. But it was the usual. It was Windows 11.
Always Windows.
Windows 11 at its best. Did an update. And it messed with my connections, so it did.
I'll tell you what, though, you had a very happy listener from Australia who was getting ready for the Formula 1 race.
No way!
And he listened to us instead. He's too busy. He booked like a helicopter ride, so he's waiting for that.
I hope he's not an Aston Martin fan. Oh no, have you seen what's happened to them?
Yeah, he's not, luckily,
but
you know.
So that was last night. Now what we'll do is we'll wait until later on in the show, and I'll reveal just how much money we made. We don't have the final figure yet because, well, Athol had to get to his bed eventually, and Duncan the treasurer as well.
Yeah, you can't do numbers at night.
You can't. Athol was doing a live count. So Athol's, just as a quick insight, Athol has got his notebook. And it's the same notebook he's been using since he's been going to the quiz with the numbers of all the sales and all the auction items. And he quickly jotted down some numbers and says, I think we've done all right.
That's almost a relic of hospital radio.
You can't call Athol that.
I didn't call that.
Oh,
not
the book.
Athol, the book.
Sorry. No, you can't say that about Athol.
No,
Athol's a
Athol's
legend.
book is a relic, thank you.
So yeah, it was a really fun night. We've had some lovely messages. We'll be talking about it a bit more as we go into the show. But what we'll do is we are going to get back into a song just now. After this, we are going to have a wee break, and then we're going to get straight into our Guest of the Year. And I'll tell you what, Shannon, the first song that we've got on the Guest of the Year this year is absolutely amazing. It's probably one of my favourite songs of all time.
I am looking at it just now, and I'm quite excited.
Are you excited?
To see, yeah.
Now, it's time to play a game, Shannon. Are you going to play a game?
I am totally up for a game.
Here we go then. We are going to play Guess the Year. And it's very, very simple. We just need you to guess the year. This first song, right, I will talk more about it afterwards. But there's just, you know how some songs you just love?
Yes.
This is mine.
Is this your
Don't ask me
song?
How or why. But I remember the first time I heard this, I thought, this is just the greatest song I've ever heard. And what a band they are. I'll tell you more about them after we enjoy some They Might Be Giants. This is Birdhouse in Your Soul. It's They Might Be Giants and Birdhouse in Your Soul here on the Saturday Drop-In. Now, while you were enjoying the album versio...
We were doing some research.
You fall down a rabbit hole when you are researching the show. People will be astonished to learn that, we actually do... we actually do write this show, and yet I found a version of them doing that live on the Johnny Carson show in 1990, and it's a little bit faster than they were expecting, and it's got this brass ensemble following it as well.
It's almost, what would it be? To the day, because it was the 4th of March it came out.
Really?
Yeah.
No way. I love when fate twists like that. Anyway, after today's show, go and check out They Might Be Giants live on the Johnny Carson show, and it's just
very funny,
epic, absolutely epic. Anyway, we've got some more great music coming up, all from our mystery year. So that was Birdhouse in Your Soul by They Might Be Giants, taken from the album Flood. This song only just sneaks into our mystery year, being released in December. The track would peak at number 6 in the UK singles chart and number 3 in the Billboard US Alternative Airplay chart. The duo of John Flansburgh and John Pennell would also go on to write, wait for this, Boss of Me, which was used as the theme tune to Malcolm in the Middle. Do you remember that one?
Yes, amazing.
Yeah. They would be nominated for a Tony Award for their score to SpongeBob SquarePants the Musical. I
love the fact that SpongeBob got nominated for a Tony Award.
Their work in children's music includes Particle Man, which it's like they did educational videos that were sort of animated by like Steven Spielberg's Warner Brothers kind of thing. It was the same time as Animaniacs was out.
Yes.
And Particle Man doing a thing that a particle can. There's a brilliant line that's along the lines of, when he's in water, does he get wet or does the water get him instead? Nobody knows. Particle Man. Also, They did the theme tune to the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. And now Jess is still here from earlier on from
the hot dog. That one. Amazing.
Oh, I remember watching that with Jess when she was much younger. Also, they've done a cover of Disney's Carousel of Progress theme. There's a great big beautiful tomorrow.
I sense that you're a big fan of the group.
Everything I've just mentioned there, I'm a big fan of, yes. Big year in TV as well, Shannon. What was going on?
It was indeed. Sky Television begins the UK's first digital broadcast service, also known as DBS. The first 4 channels available on the platform were Sky News, Sky Movies, Eurosport and Sky Channel, which would later become Sky One. The US sitcom Roseanne makes the UK debut on Channel 4, and Australian soap Home and Away begins broadcasting on the UK on ITV. Could you imagine? Can you imagine a life before Australian soap?
What did people... Well, to be fair, this
like,
is Australian...
when you're poorly, that is what you watch, Australian...
well, that's what I remember, is if I was off school, it was... But here's the thing, again, this is showing an age gap.
Real deal.
and our guest might also have some opinions on this. You're saying Home and Away Neighbours. Mm-hmm. For me, my homesick at my grand's house was Sons and Daughters. That was another... That was a pre-them Australian. So there was another one called The Sullivans. Okay, now our guest's laughing away here as well. So I can go way further back. Australian soap is far more diverse than you might think. What else was going
on? The second Red Nose Day telethon takes place. So this is obviously, that's only just gone as well. It's coming up. It's like next week.
Every other year. Is it this?
So it's comic relief and sports relief.
Ah, is that how they alternate it these days?
Yeah, so it's still Red Nose Day, but they alternate between funny for money and sport for money.
Got you.
So that's happening at the end of this month, which is very exciting. September sees the debut of Challenge Annika. So we speak about Challenge Annika quite a lot. Hosted by one of the most famous women in modern pop culture, there is surely nobody out there who doesn't know Annika Rice. So this came about because last week I was listening to Radio 4 just because Paddy loves it. He loves the spoken word.
We're talking about how young and hip and trendy you are in here. Well, on Radio 4.
Listen to Radio 4. And Annika Rice does a roundup of the BBC on a Sunday night.
All right.
And I'm like, that's Challenge Annika. And Ben's like, who's Challenge Annika? And I'm like, it's Annika Rice. It's Challenge Annika Rice. And I showed him the beach buggy, the helicopter, and he's like, no idea. It's just Annika Rice, isn't it?
We have this discussion so often, Shannon, right? You and Ben, right?
Yeah.
Are you really sure he's the one you want to marry? I mean, the evidence is really... Well, wait, just while you're here, I'm just going to quickly enjoy a bit of... hold on, I've muted it. There you go. It's got a banging theme tune as well.
It's pretty banging, isn't it?
Hold on, we'll just skip a wee bit. Skip a wee bit. An absolute tune.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that was Challenge Annika. Everybody knows who Annika Rice is, yeah?
Exactly, they should do. Also in this year, Michael Palin makes the first global adventure in Around the World in 80 days, following the route taken by Jules, is it Verne?
It's Jules Verne's.
Fictional character Phileas Fogg, also David Tennant played him. The series came about following one of the journeys for a BBC documentary where Palin travelled by rail from London to Kyle of Lochalsh. And finally, this was the first year that the proceedings of the House of Commons were shown on television. Ooh.
Yeah, up until then, so they were really protective about it, and they, you couldn't actually, see what they were up to. But then they changed it so you could actually visualise it. But up until then, you got it on radio, so you could get like the audio content. But yeah,
just a lot of order. There's people born in this year as well.
There were, from the world of sport, Olympic swimmer Rebecca Adlington,
legend,
footballist Gareth Bale, EastEnders actress and 2006 Strictly Come Dancing contestant Louisa Lytton, Harry Potter himself Daniel Radcliffe is born in this year, and possibly the biggest giveaway of our mystery year, Taylor Swift is born in this year. So let's not mention any album titles.
Okay.
The Brits were just this week past, weren't they? So I've gone this week in Brit history for our mystery year, Shannon. So what was happening at this mystery year Brits?
So this year's Brits saw a performance by Bros. When Will They Be Famous? Def Leppard, Yaz, Fairground Attraction, who were the big winners of the night, taking the British Single of the Year and British Album of the Year awards. Also among the winners were the night where Phil Collins for Best British Male, Erasure for Best British Group, Annie Lennox for Best British Female, and Cliff Richard, who had also presented the Lifetime Achievement Award. He got that this year.
In this year, yeah. And, well, best not say any more. I don't want you to give it away, but yeah. to think that he had already achieved a lifetime of achievement by this point, and he just kept going.
Yeah.
He's just kept going. He still is going, I think. I think he's got new music out, would you believe? I think...
He's always got a calendar out.
And the calendars are quite... how can we say... provocative?
It's
have
not.
you seen a Cliff calendar?
Yes, but it's not as good as our friend Daniel O'Donnell's calendars.
Oh my goodness!
When he's wearing his gilet in June,
There's that could be a whole theme. There's
a lady on TikTok every month. She'll reveal the next Daniel O'Donnell picture, and all her family go, "Wow!" It's very good. It's so funny.
What a tease.
Yeah.
In the news this year, I've only got one thing for you. It's George H.W. Bush is inaugurated as the 41st President of the United States of America. No further comment. Next up, we're going to go back into the music. Have you managed to guess the mystery year? Get in touch, studio@hhr.scot. If you're listening on the HHR radio app, which you should be, just click message the studio. Now, a massive hit for French-Brazilian group, this one. This is Coama coming up, featuring the vocals of Brazilian singer Luala Braz, singing in Portuguese.
Later done by Pitbull.
Oh, it was... right.
J-Lo.
The song was a hit in top European charts, including Austria, Belgium, Finland, France, Greece, Italy, the Netherlands, Sweden, Portugal, and where probably most of us heard it for the first time on a package holiday in Spain. This is Lambada. There you go. It's Lambada here on Highland Hospital Radio. You are listening to your Saturday drop-in, and we're playing a game of Guess the Year.
I feel like that song gives like the weather vibes just now.
Vibes?
Because it's so sunny out there, and I'm like...
Is it sunny? Well,
yeah.
We've been trapped in here for so long. Well, it's an early start now on Saturdays because we go around to we go down to the Highland Children's Unit and say hello to everybody.
You do indeed.
All right, Shannon, have you got any idea?
Yes, I was a bit like when it was about comic relief because I was like, that's got to be like 90s, and then Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift gives it away, doesn't it? So what is our mystery year, Shannon?
Was it 1989?
It's 90. So we don't have a mystery voice for 1989 for some reason.
That's the one that skips out,
isn't it? The one that's missing, yeah. 1989. There you go.
Care for someone living with dementia or have a diagnosis yourself, Dementia UK is offering free 45-minute face-to-face appointments with a specialist and rural nurse. It's a chance to talk through any questions or concerns to get expert personalised support. These dementia clinics are taking place in selected nationwide branches. Every appointment is confidential and held in a private space within the branch. And you don't need to be a nationwide member to book. It is Inverness has theirs on the 11th of March at the Eastgate Centre. So if you would like to book, you can go to dementiauk.org, go to information and support, and book an appointment at your nationwide branch.
That's really interesting. You know, obviously other banks are available, but how cool is it that they're offering up their space for a really, really good charity? That's great.
It's amazing.
Now, you'll have heard us talking about this previously on the show, and indeed you would have heard some wee sound bites and clips for it, but it's all about It's OK to Ask. NHS Scotland is relaunching its OK to Ask campaign for 2026, encouraging people across Scotland to feel confident asking questions about their health, care and treatment options.
The campaign aims to support patients to take care in active roles in decisions about their health, whether attending a GP, physiotherapist, dentist, pharmacist, hospital appointment or any other healthcare settings. It's OK to ask. Reminds people that asking questions help them understand their options and make choices that feel right for them. A key focus of the campaign is encouraging people to prepare for their appointment by thinking ahead about what they want to know. To help get the most out of every discussion, patients are encouraged to consider asking these 4 questions whenever a treatment procedure, tablet or test is suggested, no matter how routine it may seem. The questions are: what are the benefits of this treatment? What are the risks? Are there any alternative treatments I can try? And what happens if I do nothing?
Yeah. Dr. John McEnaugh, Head of Pharmacy and Associate Clinical Director at NHS 24, says the campaign helps remove the pressure or worry some people feel when speaking with healthcare professionals. He said, asking questions in a healthcare setting can feel overwhelming and many people are unsure what to say or how to ask. The OK to Ask campaign reassures people that healthcare teams welcome questions as it provides a good basis for shared decision making. It's important that you fully understand your treatment options and you feel comfortable with any decisions about your care. No matter how simple or serious your condition may seem, if you're unclear about anything, remember, it's OK to ask. These questions can help you make informed choices about what will work best for you. Now, you can head over to the nhsinform.scot website and you can get more information on that. A great resource, it really is. nhsinform.scot/it's-ok-to-ask.
One top tip I would give is on your phone, write a note about the questions when they pop up in your head. Regardless of time of day, just quickly put in the question and then you can refer back to it. So when I was considering removing my contraception, one thing I was going to do is, what are the alternatives I can do? What are the benefits? What would happen once it's removed? All these silly questions, and it's okay to ask because let's be real, there are so many options for stuff like that where you know it might not be the right one for you, and
absolutely,
that's something that you need to be really open of and just sort of know what you feel, and that is totally okay.
That's right. So this is BRAN, B-R-A-N. The benefits of the treatment. What are the risks, if any? Is there any alternative treatments? And what happens if you do nothing? That must be a really important question as well. That again, our healthcare professionals are they're amazing. They do a great job.
Yeah.
But sometimes each individual person's own ideas and stuff. Just ask the question and let your healthcare professional explain it to you. So yeah, it is okay to ask. Now, moving on, NHS Highland is highlighting lymphedema this month to help increase understanding of this long-term condition, which affects many people across Highland. Lymphedema can impact mobility, comfort and confidence, but early recognition and support can make a real difference. Our lymphedema service works with people to help manage symptoms, improve quality of life and support self-management. NHS Highland joins World Lymphoedema Awareness Day 2026, so if you want to find out more information about that, get yourself onto the NHS Highland Facebook page. The social media channels are excellent, a really good resource for finding out what's going on in the current events. But again, I'll say it again, nhsinform.scot. What a really good... I mean, I've used it for my own personal circumstances. It's just a nice, like a one-stop, even a first-stop shop just to get some initial information. Particularly if you're going through something new, maybe you've just had a diagnosis for something, and sometimes the names that we have for our conditions.
Oh, yeah.
And you're like, I don't even know what that means. And just, it's not a bad thing for you to do your own research and just, again, going back to okay to ask, it means you can come into your appointments a bit more prepared and maybe be a bit more expectant of what's coming as well.
And you can ask the questions from your research as well.
Exactly. And you know what? Your healthcare professional wants you to do that as well. They want you to have a discussion. All right, so that was NHS Highland Coffee Corner. We'll take a wee break. When we come back, we've got some Sia and Joe Goodall. We'll also be talking about what went on last night at the quiz night. I might actually test Shannon on some of the music that was played last night, and some of the moans and groans that we got as well. This is your Saturday drop-in on the Highland Hospital Radio. Shannon,
Tom,
is it time?
Is it time for Beat Detective?
It sure is. Beat Detective is our cryptic clues quiz that leads you towards the last song on today's show.
Marks and Spencer's 2012.
Thank you, Shannon. Other high street retailers are available. Shannon, would you mind reading out this week's Beat Detective while I take a sip of the lovely latte macchiato that's been brought to me by James?
You can indeed. So, artist is 2 words, speak or vocalize twice. And your song is 3 words, no doubting, this existence is mine. Mines? Mines.
It could be mine. Mine. This existence is mine.
Existence is mine. Right, okay.
I was under a lot of pressure.
That's fine. So I'll just do that again. Artist is 2, speak or vocalize twice. Song is 3, no doubting, this existence is mine. This is available on social media, Instagram and Facebook at Highland Hospital Radio. So comment your answers. I'll keep an eye on it. We don't tell you what it is until the very end of the show, so you just got to keep listening in and find out.
Have you looked to see what it is yet? Or are you?
No,
I
haven't. I kind of want to play along this time, and I have no idea. Could you give us a clue?
Well, yeah. Speak or vocalize twice. No doubting.
You know what I mean.
I'll tell you what.
Could you give us the year?
Not without clicking on it and giving you the answer. I'll tell you this. See in the song where it says, no doubting, this existence is mine, right? The first 2 words there, no doubting, that's a huge clue.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay?
Right.
Because that could have appeared in the artist, but maybe there was a cover involved later on in life.
No doubt.
Well, we'll leave it at that. That's all the clues you're getting.
Right.
That's it. That's all you're getting.
Okay.
We are going to enjoy a little bit of some musical theatre coming up next. Yes, I did put this in the system.
I like this song.
And when we come back, we're going to have a wee chat. Some of my favourite questions from last night's quiz, particularly all my quiz questions. James can confirm that they were awful. Emilee's agreeing with it. So Emilee was on the team with her dad, her uncle, was it James's brother, I want to say, and their mum as well.
Okay.
They did well at the auction, didn't they, Jess? You were chasing after them for quite a bit of cash by the end of the night.
Very nice.
James
That's
is
what
just
we
sort of
like to
sitting there
do
going,
to our volunteers.
Yeah, we spent quite a lot of money on stuff last night, whereas James's wife was, yep, more money, yep, I'll put my hand up, yep, oh yeah, I'll have that. Now we're going to bring the mics up and he's going to bring his mic up because I'm pretty sure they can hear us now and we can hear them. Hello to Studio 2.
I can hear you now, yes.
There we go.
There we go.
Working.
So,
by the way, your 1985,
yeah,
Shannon,
Yeah.
it sounded very Invernessian from through here.
1985.
1985.
I think the most Invernessian year is surely 1989. Surely that is.
1999.
Right enough. Can we get away? Have we lived here long enough to be able to do these things, or
Yeah.
is it culturally inappropriate? What we're doing?
I've lived here all my life. I don't know about you.
Yeah, well, obviously we've not. We're incomers still.
Yeah.
So we've got. Usually we'd have a wee game at this time in the show. We've kind of ditched the old game that we used to do silently.
We've put it to rest.
It's been parked for just now.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is, for Shannon's benefit, since she thought that going out to the pub and making Instagram accounts for her puppy were more important than taking part in the Highland Hospital Radio quiz.
Oh, there you go.
How dare you, Jess? We are going to play. Every round has a wee theme to it.
Okay.
So I had two themes. One was heard on screen. So that referenced TV, movie, trivia. I'll play some stuff from that.
I love that.
And the first bit was all the fun of the fair. So my questions all had a sort of a loose attachment to fairground.
Or is it like what gets played on a carousel kind of thing? Because it's always ABBA.
Well, here we go. Because that's exactly what I did. My 4 clips of music were all organs from fairgrounds.
Oh yes, please!
So
this
now-
is the content I am here
There
for.
it is, right? So James and Emilee know this because they were there last night. So I'm going to play for Shannon's benefit. She can try and guess the names of the songs.
Okay.
Okay. So
Yeah,
it's just
let's
the
do
name
it.
of the song we're looking for, and of course our listeners, if you want to join in, you can do so as well. studio@hhr.sco.
Or message us on the app.
Or use the app. This was the first one. So this is question 1 of your organ music. Oh, she's got it. She's got it.
I love this song. That's the ketchup song. isn't
That
it?
was Last Ketchup and the Ketchup song. Yes. Did Team
said
Hasty
it.
get that last?
Well, actually, I have something to say.
Well, first of all, James, go and turn Emily's microphone down a wee bit. Go for it, Emilee. It's all yours.
So, my dad hates the ketchup song.
It's the best song.
My mum started singing it to him last night, and he goes, "I absolutely hate this." So, Tom, I don't know why you did that.
Well, everybody seems to think I hate your dad. This came up a couple of weeks ago. Jess reminded me last night as well. I was like, "Oh, is that James's family?" Says, "Yeah, that's his wife, that's his daughter, that's his brother." And they'll not think that you hate James. I was like, I love James. I don't know how this came about. I said to him, he's like dust, he keeps coming back. and everybody's taken this to be that I really don't like James. I love James.
you
and
can't
his show's
walk
amazing.
through Nairn High Street anymore.
No, I can't walk through
You
Nairn High
can
Street.
do it.
No. So that was number 1. You got that one spot on. Would you like number 2 now?
Yes, please.
Okay, good. Oh, this is hard, this one.
It's when it's just starting and it's a bit like.
So it's an old classic. I don't know if you've got this one next door, did you?
Don't remember it, no.
No, so this was Wooly Bully by Sam
did,
the Sham and
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
Pharaohs.
we did.
Is that what it's called?
Wooly
Story dancing, we've done it
Bully.
first.
I just remember having to do
Bully.
that at like my school Christmas show. That was like one of the songs that we had to do, and we're doing the whole like the snorkeling, and the surfing.
Did you happen to play an instrument during this?
No, I didn't actually. Not for
We
this
present
show.
I Played That on French Horn with Shannon Marvel on Highland Hospital Radio.
Sorry, I'm always ready just to press the button for that
No,
one.
I wasn't in this one, but yeah, I wasn't. Didn't even know what a French horn was those days.
Oh, back in the days, eh?
Yeah.
So that was your next one. This is question number 3. It's loading.
Oh.
It's loading. I think what made it last night on the stage was my dancing.
Yeah.
Is that dad dancing?
It was some dad dancing was going on there,
Pure
live
dad
dad dancing. So what was that
I
one, Shan?
recognise the tune, but I haven't got a name for it.
Oh, well, I'll tell you what. Well, I'll play the answer to it because I thought this was probably one of the tougher ones that I thought. Team Hasty, what was your thoughts on this? Did you get it?
This is one we thought you played too slow last night and then sped it up for the answer, and then we kind of got on the answers.
No, I can absolutely assure you that it was completely the same thing. What is it?
Yeah.
You got it?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Who
Take
is it?
Me Anywhere, Rita Ora.
It's Rita Ora and Anywhere, yeah, well done. Played at the same speed the whole time, I promise you.
I was like, where do I know this from? But
This one was my favourite. Did Team Hasty get this one? Do you remember which one it was? Because this was my all-time favourite one that I've played. Hold on, I shall play the clue to you. Did you not get it?
Don't think so.
I'll play.
remember that one.
Did you not get it? I shall play the answer then, and it's the chorus, so this might get you. Men or more could ever do. I guess the rain's down and out. Yes, that was, of course, Toto in Africa.
yeah. I love how we were harmonising as
Yeah,
well.
we did
that was a
harmonise.
moment there.
We so need to do karaoke. James, when are we going out to a karaoke night that accepts, teenagers of the ages of our
Are we
kids? to
going
come
out in
with us?
Inverness or out in Nairn?
Yeah, well, I'm not allowed out in there, apparently. Yeah. So that was my 4 wee clips of organ music, which I thought were pretty good.
That was
indeed.
brilliant.
This next one, I'm gonna. Was it? I'll get my numbers mixed up. I'll give it a shot. Hold on. Yeah, this. Shannon's looking confused,
Is
or
this
she's windy. One of the two. Too much milk.
Deary me? It's oat milk.
Have you heard the song before?
I mean, it's a vibe, but no.
It's cracking, isn't it?
Yeah.
So this was the rare aesthetic trend on TikTok last year. Over 150,000 uses of this piece of song.
Oh.
And I asked the hall, what language is she singing in?
Well, I'm assuming.
I will say this is the only one I got right because you're obsessed with playing it.
I do love this is a proper dad thing, James, where I play songs like this. You must be the same doing your TV show.
Oh yeah, I mean, but mine's usually along the lines of the Knight Rider.
Oh, I love it. Oh, the Knight Rider theme's coming up later, I
Yeah.
hope. So yeah, it's Somali she's singing in.
Is it Somali?
Yeah, it's the Dur band they're called, and yeah, you get that
Dur
as the
band.
rare aesthetic
Love it.
trend on YouTube.
Ah.
Sorry, TikTok. The TikToks.
Yeah.
Another wee question, and then we'll go into a song. So I asked about the TV theme tune to Fireman Sam,
Sam is the hero next
Door.
door. Yeah.
and I asked,
I'm aware of it.
in less than what time period can Sam put on his coat and hat?
What? In what time period?
In less than what time
Oh.
period can Sam put on his coat
Oh,
and
because
hat?
it's in the song, isn't it?
It is in the song, yes. How did you get on with
Before
this one,
that,
James
isn't
and
it?
I
Emily?
think
It's gotta be
I
like-
could remember the name of his fire engine, which was Jupiter.
It was Jupiter.
It was
J999, wasn't it? Was the
Yeah.
number plate?
J999, but it was Jupiter was the name of this.
Yeah.
Fire
Is it?
truck.
It's 60 seconds or something.
Oh,
isn't
60
it?
seconds, right? Well, let's play the song and let's find out. 60
Okay.
seconds is a bit too much. It's less than 7
7.
seconds. But yeah, let's have the full thing.
The whole
Come on.
thing.
Yeah. No, to put on his coat and hat.
Yeah. Oh, coat and hat.
Oh, not the whole song.
I thought you were talking about like trousers and yeah.
Apparently, to respond to an emergency in Pontypandy, you only need to put on your coat and hat. So yeah, that was my stuff from last night. A good time was had by all. I don't know if I'm allowed to say the official figure, but I'll say anyway. Athol came to us with his book of numbers.
relic.
The
book.
The book is
The
the
book
relic.
is the
Not
relic. The book is the
exactly,
relic.
James,
The book
James
is the relic.
laughing. Yeah.
Athol
La-
is a legend.
Athol is one of the most tech-savvy people that we've got in this organisation. He does all his own show from home, and he does it all through the correct way. If I could get Athol to teach everybody how to use the system properly, I'd be delighted. We made last night the biggest amount we've ever made. We broke the records, and we made over £2,000 last night. It's just, they reckon maybe 2,100 potentially.
2,100.
Once all the raffle gets added up, and once all the the card payments and cash payments get calculated, because Jess was a demon. Once she learned how to take card payments off of people, she was chased mostly after Emilee's mum, because Emilee's mum's hand was stuck in the air for most of the auction.
I think she was just trying to like, try and beat everyone.
Yeah, we almost lost one of your prizes.
Yeah, we did actually.
How's that? What happened?
Well, we almost, because I think it was because someone's card wasn't working for when I was going over, and then they just started building up, and then it took us like 5 minutes for me and Karen to find the voucher that they got.
All right.
Yeah, it was the cafe voucher that we had.
Is it the the North Gateway Cafe?
Yeah, we were trying to find it and found out it was left on the stage the whole time.
No, we did have it, honest. That's that cafe. Do you know it? It's as you're going up the A9, heading out Inverness. Once you get to the top of the hill, it's on your right-hand side, near Davitt.
Yeah.
Now, everybody keeps telling us it's really good to take the dog for a walk and stuff, so... Well, you can report back. Once you've gone and spent your voucher...
Well, I'll tell you what, once we go for it, you can take the dogs for a walk, and we'll go for the cup of tea and everything else.
Sounds like you've got things sorted out, haven't you?
Yeah, you've got a great day out coming up if you've done all those auctions. So.
Yeah. So tell us, James, what's coming up in your show at 2:00?
We're doing a Disney special today, myself and Emilee.
Yes, please.
Love
so
it.
yeah, you've got your daughter
Yay.
Emilee with you, yeah.
We only realised this. The rugby actually kicks off at 2:10 today, so it's a case of we're putting Disney on today. But if you either like it or you Disney like it, you know what I mean?
Oh, there he is. There's the puns that we've come to love from this guy.
Can I just say that he's also brought a book of dad jokes?
Oh no!
Oh my goodness.
Can we read it?
Yeah, let's face it, you've heard them all already. Come on now.
Well, I got it for him, so I have to sit here and just suffer.
He's done the perusing before purchasing
James,
for a gift. Yeah.
James, you think you've got it bad that you've got, you're competing with the rugby for your audience. I've been competing with my own co-host with Crufts because she's sitting watching Crufts. Have you seen Emilee? Have you seen what she's watching on her laptop here?
Yeah, I have.
It's unbelievable.
It's expert
good.
To be fair, though, you
agility
get to
coming up
see-
just now.
You
so.
get to see all the cute dogs.
We've got a cute dog. I can go home for that. Right.
I can look.
I
From
can
here
just
and look
look
at
and
Tom.
be
He's
like-
very cute looking.
Oh, I'm very well groomed as well. Look, I've cut my hair.
This is like bromance.
Hashtag bromance.
Exactly. It is. I love James, but everybody seems to think that I don't like him. Anyway, James is up with Emilee at 2:00. We are going to have some. Sorry, I think I've had.
The coffee's really
I
hit.
think I've
hasn't
had
it?
too
He's gonna
much
crash
coffee.
as soon as we get home, and it's gonna be so funny.
It's going to be pretty grim. We've got some Buddy Holly, Weezer up next, and don't forget James is here at 2, so stay tuned for that. Oh, that's Buddy Holly, Weezer here on Highland Hospital Radio. It's absolutely carnage in this. Since I think it used to be nice and calm here, but now we've got Jess who does her show and she sticks around and causes trouble. We've got James, but then James's presence is heightened by the fact that he's got Emilee. Who's just put a Kit Kat under my nose. Smell that. Wow. But outrage, right? Jess has been given a Kit Kat by James. Thank you very much for the Kit Kat,
I'm
Jess.
trying not to make a mess in the studio.
There you go.
But what she's done is she's eaten the Kit Kat like a biscuit. She's actually put both fingers in mouth at the same time. Whereas Emilee, James, fair play. You've raised your daughter properly. She's split the Kit Kat in half.
I mean, to be
no,
fair,
that's
in
a
that
slam
case
on me.
then, yeah.
That's a slam on me,
What's
not
your
Jess.
parenting?
Oh, my parenting is neglectful. Yeah, listen, Jess will back me up on this. Right, it's focus on the show, people. So, James is up next. Tonight is 7. Mike Goodbrand's here live for your rock and roll hour. At 8:00, it's your chance to take over Highland Hospital Radio with your request show live at 8. Email studio@hhr.scot or click message the studio on the app. And at 9, David is here with all of your new music on the latest album releases on the Saturday Showcase. And it's worth saying congratulations to the Saturdays on yet another win.
Of course they won.
I think
of course they won.
Everybody groaned when
they need to retire.
And George McKenzie said to me, jokingly, he says, "I'm getting sick of shaking your hand every year, Tom." So, I
bet he loves
absolute
it.
slam. Well done to them for
it.
that. But we've got some actual business to deal with. First of all, before we hand over to James, with Beat Detective. Your artist was 2 words: speak or vocalise twice? So how do you speak or vocalise, Shannon?
Is it talk?
It is talk because you're doing it twice. Talk. No doubt. No doubting. Because, of course, they covered this song, did No Doubt.
Right.
This existence is mine. So your answer to this week's Beat Detective is talk, and it's my life. It's as simple as that sometimes, eh?
Deary me.
So that is the end of the Saturday drop-in. Thanks so much to Luthian for dropping in. The podcast will be up whenever the coffee burns off. Oh, it's been so much fun. Shannon will be back in a few weeks' time. I'll be back next week on my own. James is up next, so stay tuned. Bye-bye, folks. Bye. Bye. Well, there you go. That's the show. We've had to have a breather. It's 20 minutes since the show ended.
I don't know if we've started the down for it yet. Like, we're still pretty insane.
When the caffeine rush does stop for me, it's going to be painful, I can tell.
You were loving a bit of Barbie Girl, though, as Jimmy Jangles is starting.
So James came on just a moment ago in the other studio. So they're in Studio 2 just now, him and his daughter Emilee. And they started with Barbie Girl and I was dancing along. It's because I've had far too much coffee. But we love coffee.
We were sponsored by coffee.
Certainly brought to you in association with coffee after last night. Yeah, so the quiz last night. Jess I can't get Jess on a microphone, unfortunately, because of the unique way that the studio is set up. But Jess, we were shattered last night, aren't we? We're just... it was like 11:30 by the time we got home. And we were at the hall from 5. You set it up, you build everything all up, you do a quiz, and then you have to put it all away afterwards.
Yeah, that's the one thing about events, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like,
I think the crash is starting, so we'll get this podcast extra done. I think I can feel it. Good show. Alas, you're not here next week.
Or for the next other 2
You're missing out on 3 shows.
Unfortunately, everything for March has lied on a Saturday. So next Friday's mine and Ben's anniversary.
Oh, happy anniversary.
Thank you very much. And then the next 2 Saturdays I'm in Wales. We're on holiday.
Oh, yay. Lovely. Well, enjoy yourself.
Thank you very much.
I'll try and rustle up some special guests, co-presenters over the next few weeks. But in the meantime, if you ever do want to get in touch with us, it's socials@hhr.scot. And we will catch you next time around here on the Saturday Drop-In.
Don't forget to download the app. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.